The Tellurians were born in the hush between galaxies. Their ships drifted for millennia through dark matter tides, guided by pure mathematical harmony. They saw the universe as a vast sheet of cold light, a puzzle to solve, an equation to balance, an endless canvas of data points. When they arrived in soul space, they came not with weapons or demands, but with curiosity. The Tellurians drifted above our world like spectral jellyfish, their hulls shimmering in patterns no human eye could fully perceive. They studied Earth's orbit, mapped our atmosphere, and listened to our broadcasts in silent fascination. They believed themselves beyond emotion. In their records, a star was a number, a mass, a heat signature, a gravity field. They saw the Milky Way as a latticework of radiant nodes, each to be measured and catalogued, each more or less identical. Then they intercepted an old Voyager transmission, a golden disk with songs and greetings and a child's laugh frozen in time. Intrigued, they chose to visit Earth in person. When they finally landed, or rather, descended in ghost-like waves upon a mountain meadow, a single human artist stood waiting. Her name was Juniper Kwan. She held a sketchbook stained with paint and rain. The Tellurian speaker unfolded before her, a shifting geometry of glass-like facets. It spoke through pulses of ultraviolet light, translated into human words by an old NASA algorithm. We observe your civilization. We catalog your knowledge. We see stars above your cities. You are aware of stellar positions, but your interpretations are illogical. Juniper simply laughed, her voice echoing in the thin mountain air. Interpretations? You mean constellations? Affirmative. You connect unrelated points with imaginary lines. Why? There is no physical connection. No gravity bridge. It is a flawed representation. Juniper closed her eyes, feeling the breeze against her cheeks. She remembered nights as a child, lying beside her grandmother on a rooftop in Busan. Her grandmother's finger traced shapes above, a fox chasing a rabbit, a mother cradling a sleeping child. Those stories stitched the night sky into something alive. She opened her sketchbook and showed the Tellurians her drawings. Constellations reimagined as dancing couples, shy lovers reaching across infinite darkness, friends sharing silent bonfires in the void. This is what we do, she said softly. We don't just see points of light. We see connections. We see stories. We see love. The Tellurian facets shivered, oscillating between colors. Their sensors strained to make sense of the swirling emotions pouring off Juniper. They did not have a word for wonder, nor for the aching warmth humans felt when staring into star-flecked skies. But something unexpected happened. The Tellurian data lattices began to echo with these strange, emotional patterns. When they looked up again, they no longer saw scattered specks. Instead, they glimpsed the same curves Juniper sketched, an archer protecting a sleeping village, two dolphins leaping side by side across a nebula, a mother's hand guiding a wayward comet home. The Tellurians returned to orbit in confusion. Yet they couldn't stop tracing those lines that had no mathematical necessity but overflowed with meaning. Within weeks, their massive projection arrays began to shimmer. From Earth, humanity watched as luminous shapes formed in the sky, entire constellations drawn in real time by alien hands. Shapes that mirrored Juniper's sketches and millions of human star stories from across cultures. Over Tokyo, a giant fox danced through the Orion region. Above Rio, a mother and child twirled in the Southern Cross. In Cairo, an enormous falcon rose beyond Sirius, its wings unfolding into the dawn. Children on rooftops pointed and screamed with delight. Elders wept, seeing ancient myths reborn. Artists across the world painted in frantic joy, recording the fleeting alien artwork in watercolor, ink, and digital brush. Juniper was invited aboard the Tellurian mothership. Inside, walls once blank and geometric were now splashed with shimmering images, dreamlike trails of constellations, human poems translated into swirling auroras, and great murals depicting human embrace in every corner of the galaxy. We did not comprehend before, the Tellurian speaker said, its voice now softer, almost human. You do not see stars as numbers. You see them as hearts waiting to be joined. We thought ourselves complete. Now we realize we were lonely. Juniper touched the cold crystalline surface, smiling. We've always felt that too. Maybe that's why we keep telling stories to the sky, so no one ever feels alone up there. In the following decades, the Tellurians became humanity's closest allies and companions among the stars. They no longer charted purely for data. Together with humans, they began painting entire star sectors as living canvases, swirling dancers in the Crab Nebula, titanic dragons weaving through Perseus, luminous bridges of lovers connecting twin galaxies. When future travelers looked up, they didn't just see infinite blackness pricked with cold light. They saw love. They saw family. They saw the shared dreams of two species, woven across the void. They saw that someone had been here, someone who loved, someone who dared to turn lonely points of light into stories of warmth and connection. The Tellurians once saw only stars, but we painted constellations of love and taught the universe to dream.